Hey, did I ever tell you guys that time about that Bible camp story?
I don't think I want to know.
Dang, I think I told you the Bible camp story.
No, I don't know.
Okay. So when I was a kid, I was probably 9 years old, and I was at Bible camp. It's on a lake, and there's like 5 cabins, and each one of there's one girl's cabin, and then the rest are all boys. There's like five guys to a cabin or whatever. And this one kid, he's like 13, but he hit his growth spurt like early. He's already been going through puberty for like a year or two by the time. So he's like a full head and shoulders taller than us, right? He's pretty much rules the roost, and none of us really has anything to say about it. It's whatever, okay? It is what it is. And one day it's in the middle of the afternoon, we're just killing time before we have to go to dinner or something, I guess. And he's sitting in a recliner, and it's me and one other kid, and then 2 brothers and this kid in this cabin. And one of the brothers starts throwing marshmallows across the room and hitting this kid with them, okay? And this big kid's just sitting there. Doesn't really show any reaction, right? And I don't know how many marshmallows it was, 3 or 4. But he must have been pissed. He got up, and he stormed across the room, and he grabbed this kid, and then he took him into the next room, and he threw him down, face down on the bed. And with his left arm, he held this kid down, and with his other arm, he had a marshmallow in it. He pulled the kid's pants down, and then he stuck that marshmallow in the crack of his ass, and then he pulled his pants back up, and he started just wailing on this kid's ass, just beating the shit out of this kid's ass. Me and this kid's brother are both standing on the side of the bed, just like in shock. Like all of this happened in the span of like a minute or 2, right? And he's just bam, fucking just beating, just pissed, giving it his all, okay? And this kid is screaming. He's screaming and crying. Okay, me and his brother had just... It's not even a question of helping the kid. I mean, he did fuck up. The reaction, a little overkill, right? So then, this kid finishes wailing on this kid's asshole, and he goes back and sits down in that chair.
Wait. He put it in his asshole?
He stuck it in the crack of his ass, and then he pulled his pants up, and then he punched in the middle of his ass to, like, punch the marshmallow up his ass. So then he goes and sits back down in his chair. This kid's still screaming and crying. He digs a marshmallow out of his ass, and he goes running across the room, screaming and crying the whole fucking way, and he's gonna mash this shit-covered marshmallow in this kid's face, right? The remaining chunks of it that he could find. And this big kid, he knows what's coming. He ain't having fucking none of it. He grabs his hand and shakes it out of his hand, puts him in a headlock and drags him across the room and just punches him right on the top of his head. Just wail on the top of his head. And after that's kind of where the memory fades after that. But yeah, the rest of us are pretty much just in shock. Yeah, because we're all normal.
Somehow.
This kid comes from some fucked up. I think he's a redhead. Okay, so he's already like fucked in the head. Okay, and then it probably came from a really abusive family, I imagine. Cause yeah, so Bible camp, it's a good time. I'll never forget that as long as I live till the day I die.
Life lessons.
Wow. He wasn't all bad though. He did have a sense of humor. Him and I got along pretty good. Okay. Him and I got along pretty good. He gave me some shit, okay? The one incident that that will also live with me until I die is on the swim raft, okay? We're playing basically King of the Hill on the swim raft. So he's the biggest kid by far, any of the cabins, anybody there. So he's throwing everybody off, right? So I'm climbing back up after getting thrown off. He offers me his hand. So I take it because I'm stupid. And then his other hand, he reaches down and grabs the back of my swim trunks and lifts me up by my fucking trunks and gives me a horrible wedgie. Okay? He sets me on the swim raft. He's just got the biggest shit fucking eating grin on his face. So, of course, I get thrown off again, right? And I'm trying to climb back up. And he offers me his hand again. And I'm like, no, man, I don't fucking trust you. And he's like, no, for real. All right, I won't do it. I swear. I won't do it. I swear. I'm like, all right, you better not, you fucker. What does he fucking do? He fucking does it again. He does it again. He's just laughing. Just laughing. So the third time, I didn't fall for that shit.
Bro, this guy's teaching life lessons.
I know, right? That's the thing. Like, you can't hate him because he's funny. Like, he's got the bully in him. You can tell he comes from like abuse, but he's not like a complete psychopath. Like, he's got a sense of humor, you know. So it goes a long way in my book.